Glass Slippers is a stage that is in the 4th stage in Uncanny Legends subchapter 27, called In the Sleeping Forest, and also has a cost of 190 energy. In this stage, the main enemies are Doge Base, 80,000%, Orost, 200%, Ursa Major, 1600%, Gardenelle Bros, 1000%, and Klee 1, 1600%. This stage I would say isn't a bad stage at all. I actually think it's a fun stage. The main reason why it's in here is because of how much trouble I had with it. It took me around 20 attempts to complete with Ubers. What makes this stage hard is the Orost, Ursa Major, and Klee 1. The reason why they are the problem is when you start pushing the Orost and Ursa Major, and when your units appear in Klee 1's range, you will attack at some point and destroy almost every unit, and can also easily destroy your Ubers. And the Orost and Ursa Major will push to your base. Also, the Gardenelle Bros can warp your units like your Ubers, so be careful about them. Overall, like I said earlier, it's a fun stage, but can also be frustrating because of mainly the Orost and the Klee 1. And that is the reason why it's only 11 on this list. Woods of Resentment is a stage that is in the depths of my heart, and has a cost of 180 energy. In this stage, the main enemies are Metal Doge, 300%, Super Metal Hippo, 300%, and Winged Piggy, 150%. This stage has a deadly combo of metals and Winged Piggy. Since this stage has a Winged Piggy, we should all know that this is a bad stage. This level can get very annoying, and is annoying for me because most of the level requires luck, like the metals. While you are relying on luck to kill the metals, the stupid Winged Piggy is going to push very hard to your base. Hero's Call is a stage that requires 200 energy to enter. This stage is in the subchapter called Pabarila Peninsula. In this stage, the main enemies are Klee 1, 600%, Emos, 100%, Angelic Sleipnir, 250%, and Angelic Gory, 300%. This level is similar to Glass Slippers, but instead the level replaces the Orost with the Emos, Relic Orost. Instead of Ursa Major, the level replaces Angelic Sleipnir. To add on to this level's pressure, they spam Angelic Gories and Hippos. This level is also played similar to Glass Slippers, where you knock back the Emos back. Then soon after, the Klee 1 destroys your units when you are too close to the Klee 1. This is one of the hardest stages in 2-star UL as of 10.0. The reason why the stage is in the 9th spot is because of the Angelic Gories that push hard, and the incredible of knockback the Emos has. Nautilus Tome is a stage in the subchapter called Ghost Sea that requires 170 energy to enter. In this stage, the main enemies are Lord Gravy, 300%, Mr. Mole, 100%, and this level has a health base of 750,000. This stage is a problem because of the Mr. Moles. So long attackers like Gangalon can attack. The Mr. Moles are a pain to deal with, but with some LD like Medallius Cat, it should hopefully deal with the Mr. Moles. Lonely Goldfish is a stage that is in the subchapter The Devil's Academy, and takes away 180 energy to attempt. In this traitless filled level, the main enemies are Celeboodle, 1000%, Dagshound, 1000%, and Henry, 150%. This stage, as you can see, is a stage full of traitless enemies. The biggest problem in this stage is mainly the Daghounds and a Henry. The Daghounds are super buffed that they can one-shot a Bahamut, and are very hard to kill. While you're trying to kill the Doghounds, the Henry will give your units the constant freeze. Overall, the main problem in this stage is the Daghounds. Make sure to use units that have a lot of speed and can rush through the Henrys to hit the Daghounds that come out every once in a while. The reason why I don't like this stage is because of the strong Daghounds. They are a pain to deal with because of how buff they are. Ro is a stage that appears in the subchapter Paralela Peninsulia and needs 195 energy to enter. In this RNG filled level, the main enemies are Tacky, 250%, Shadowboxer K, 300%, and Super Metal Hippo, 300%. This stage is yet another stage that requires some BS RNG to beat. It makes it worse at the fact that there is a Tacky in this stage that can kill your long range critters. While your long range critters are dying, the Shadowboxer Ks will push very hard to your base. The level will not be over unless you kill the Super Metal Hippo. The best way to beat this stage is to have some luck. You can increase your chance of winning by using Pizza Cat and a lot of critters or any good anti-black and metal Ubers. I think of this stage as another bad stage that requires some amount of luck to beat. Pilgrim Agitators is one of the newest stages in UL, and is in the subchapter The Happy-Go-Lucky Temple, and has a cost of 180 energy. In this knockback heavy stage, the main enemies are Super Metal Hippo, 300%, Ziggy, 300%, Mr. Garbage, 150%, H-Hand, 300%, and Elder Sloth, 300%. This is a stage that focuses on knockback. What makes this stage not hard but annoying is of course the knockback that the enemies do. They will slowly push to your base and destroy your base. To counter that, one of the best ways to beat this stage is to permafreeze the Super Metal Hippo at the beginning with Hoopmaster and then LB stack. Primitive Souls is another stage that is in the subchapter Decima Heart, and it's the stage where you have a 3% chance to unlock a legend unit called Dagumaru. Also, the stage has a cost of 200 energy. In this merciless stage, the main enemies are Dark Otter, 200%, Muth, 4000%, and Dagumaru, 100%. Primitive Souls is one of the hardest stages in the game. You cannot use 30 cat food to revive yourself, so you have to do this stage in one attempt. This stage is really hard and frustrating because of the pawns that appear in this stage. The pawns make Dagumaru really hard to hit because they are in the way. For example, the Dark Otter has very short range and can get in front of Dagumaru, so you can't attack him. Also, 3 Dagumarus appear in this stage, each having a million health, so they are not easy to kill. And when they stack up, the stage is technically impossible. I think this stage is the second hardest stage because a lot of people get stuck on it. It is a very hard stage that requires a lot of strategy to beat. Total Myopia is a stage that is in the Roads of Torment. This stage has a cost of 225 energy. In this stage, there is Metal Doge, 300%, Super Metal Hippo, 300%, Loros, 100%, and Metal Seal, 100%. This stage is a garbage stage that has metal and long-range relics that can curse you. This stage is annoying because of the metals and long-range lures that can snipe your crit units, and Ubers with curse. The Metal Seal and Loros can become a deadly combo with a bad lineup. Overall, this is another crappy stage that requires RNG with a mix of curse. This level took me about 20 attempts to beat. Bare Fangs at the Throne is a stage that is in Realm of Waiwari that requires 250 energy to enter. In this stage, the main enemies are Chick-fil-A 250%, Awesome 100%, and Saint Dober 100%. Bare Fangs at the Throne is yet another RNG level, and the last in this list, with Saint Dober having a 1 in 3 chance of a powerful surge attack. And to make it worse, the Awesome arranges most of your units and gives them curse, so you can't proc the Saint Dober. Slave to Energy is another stage in the subchapter Realm of Waiwari that requires 180 energy to enter and is a remake of classic MYOPIA. In this crazy stage, the main enemies are Gory Black 300%, Toucans 300%, Dark Otter 250%, and the Sloth 400%. This stage I would say is the hardest stage New Allies of 10.1 for me. The reason why is because of the super powerful wave the Toucans can do. It will destroy almost everything on the screen and make it worse. Octo is not good enough of wave blocker because of the Gory Blacks that will plow through your lineup. Also, if you push too far, the Sloth will destroy all your frontliners. Overall, this stage is a pain, but with the right lineup with the Rich Cat, it should take about 5 attempts to beat. For some reason, I can't beat this stage Uberless, but can't beat it with Ubers.